Welcome to the Ladies European Tour as we touch down close to the beautiful town of Perugia, nestled in the picturesque region of Umbria, in the heart of Italy. Italians form a strong presence on tour, and it was welcome news when the LET returned to Italy after a 2-year break. Perugia Golf Club was the host for the Ladies Italian Open presented by Ruco Line, a 3-day tournament played on a very tight tree-lined course. It was sure to test the very best. Friday's action witnessed one of the most unusual sights the LET had ever seen when Anais Meghetti's ball became stuck in a tree. An entertaining moment that brought a smile to the Swiss player's face. England's Rebecca Hudson had no such dramas during her opening round, kicking off her tournament with a 5-under 67. And that left her just one shot behind overnight leader Whitney Hillier, who went one better with a fabulous round of 6-under. It was Australian Hillier out in front by a shot then, while the British players also enjoyed some success. Florentina Parker and Welshwoman Amy Bolden were 2 of 6 players on 3-under par. England's Florentina Parker emerged from that group of players to put herself into contention on day 2. The Germany-based star left herself on 3-under par for the tournament on Saturday night and just one shot off the lead. Rebecca Hudson was another who did enough to remain in the mix. After her 67 on Friday, she had to settle for a 73 on Saturday that left her as joint overnight leader on 4-under. And it was youngster Holly Clyburn who joined Hudson in an English 1-2 at the top of the leaderboard on day 2. She added a 71 to the 69 she produced on Friday to end the day on 4-under, and one of the favourites to get her hands on the trophy on Sunday afternoon. The irons were working for the youngster who won her maiden LET title in the Netherlands in 2013, and she was unlucky not to hold this putt on the 15th. Clyburn and Hudson then shared the lead on 4-under, but there were a number of players poised to strike just below them on a crowded leaderboard. In more sweltering conditions on Sunday, Diana Luna was one of a group of Italians hoping to claim a home victory, and for a while the multiple winner on the LET Tour was looking good. How about this approach at the first? Florentina Parker also made the perfect start to her round, a birdie at the first. Her putter was working nicely. Not such a good start for another Italian though. Sophie Sandalo's challenge effectively ended at the first. A double bogey. She immediately dropped out of the running. Holly Clyburn though began brightly. This second shot to the par 5 first enabled her to start her adventure with a birdie too. Like Luna, Italian Veronica Zorzi was moving in the right direction as well. She rolled in a putt judged to perfection at the third for a second successive birdie. All of a sudden, the Italian was in the mix. And another enjoying a spectacular front nine was Scott Pamela Pretzwell. 4 birdies over the opening 9 holes meant she was on course for a top 10 finish. Clyburn dropped a shot on 6 but hit back immediately with this brilliant tee shot on the 7th. Just a couple of inches from a hole-in-one, and she duly tapped in for birdie. At this stage, Rebecca Hudson was still right up there too, after a birdie on the 4th, and she picked up another on the 7th to keep her nose just in front of the pack. Clyburn maintained her momentum up the 8th though. Hudson bogeyed while Cliburn made it 2 birdies in a row to edge ahead of her playing partner by a stroke. Parker, meanwhile, was going along nicely one group further up the course. This fabulous birdie putt on the 12th left her on 4 under and well within striking distance over the closing holes. And Luna was still sticking around too. Birdies on 11 and here on 12. Just about kept her in contention and the local fans happy. South African Stacey Lee Bregman had started the day strongly with birdies on the 1st and 2nd, and after a rough patch around the turn, hit back strongly over the closing holes. This birdie on 14 was the first of 3 in a row through 14, 15 and 16. Parker knew she had to produce something special to claim the 2nd LET trophy of her career, but nobody was expecting this kind of magic when she struck her 2nd on the par 5 14th. A hop, skip and a jump, and in for an albatross. And all of a sudden, Parker had a 2-shot lead. As if shocked into action, it was Cliburn who responded superbly with an eagle on the same hole. And that meant she and Parker shared the lead on 7 under. Disappointment was around the corner for Cliburn on 17, however. A wayward tee shot meant she could only find the green in 3, and she subsequently bogeyed to hand Parker a 1-shot lead as she tackled the 18th. After a strong start, things hadn't quite gone to plan for Hudson on Sunday, and she was level for a round as she went up the 18th. She made sure she finished in some style, however. With this approach, it allowed her to end the tournament with a birdie. After Cliburn had dropped that shot on the 17th, Parker went up the par 4 18th with a 1-shot lead, but left herself with a tricky up and down to remain on 7 under. She produced some ice-cool golf under pressure, though, a brilliant chip, before rolling in for par to finish on 7 under, meaning Cliburn had to birdie the last to force a playoff. On the final green in 2, Cliburn had this, with Parker looking on from the sidelines to force an extra hole. Agonisingly close, but ultimately not quite good enough, which meant Parker could start to celebrate her 2nd LET title with her mother after winning in Holland back in 2010. Confirmation then of Parker's thrilling 1-shot victory over Cliburn, with Hudson back in 3rd on 5 under. Ursula Wikström and Lee Whittaker also enjoyed good weeks, both just missing out on top 10 finishes in Italy. It had been a week to remember for Parker, a truly family affair in more ways than one, particularly having had her mother on the bag throughout the tournament.
She's always wanted to caddy for me and me win as well. So yeah, and it makes it more special. It's my 100th event as well. My grandpa's Italian, so it was actually the perfect week.
The victory shot Parker up to 7th on the 2014 ISPS Handa Order of Merit, with Charlie Hull still leading the way. Diana Luna's efforts in Perugia pushed her to just inside the top 20 on the 2014 Order of Merit. Scotland's Sally Watson remains out in front in the Rookie of the Year race, while American Stacey Lewis heads the Rolex World Rankings as the players move into a key phase of the 2014 season.